let's see, I got the boards, I got the ladder. What else do I need? Oh, I brought the Sawzall along. Sawzall. Need to drill in the driver. Let's see. Screws. I don't know, I got a lot of long ones. Don't know. Not sure which ones I used on that other one, but those look like they'll work. The level for sure. Got the shovel in there. I know I need some wooden blocks. Okay, so here's a hammer, some wooden block. I think that's about it. That's all I'm gonna need. I'm missing something. What am I missing? Oh, I know, the crossbow. Did I ever tell you my hunting story? My actually embarrassing hunting story. So it was about this time of year. It was it was really cold out. It was I think it was the first weekend in November, like the 5th, 6th, 7th, somewhere around there. And my wife and I were up here. We had the old camper yet. And I was out. I usually sit 3 hours in the morning. That's all I can seem to handle. And I was still sitting in the old ladder stand out there, and I came back in pretty much frozen, as always. And in that old trailer, we had a furnace sitting right next to the kitchen table. So you could kind of sit in a chair and lean right up against the furnace and warm yourself up. So that's what I was doing. I was just sitting there eating some breakfast and doing that. And all of a sudden she slaps me on the arm and she goes, "Don't move. There's a deer standing in the front yard." So she doesn't say buck or doe or nothing, you know. So I slowly stand up, and here there's a nice 8-pointer. And I'm not talking monster buck or nothing. I'm talking just a nice 8-pointer for this area coming down the driveway, you know. So the first thing that pops into my head is, where's my bow? Well, at that time, I was keeping my bow in the garage all the time, because there was very little room in that old trailer. So I'm sitting there looking out the window, thinking, how am I going to run out of this trailer and go get that bow without that deer seeing me, you know? So needless to say, it didn't happen. He went behind the trailer and went out in the backwoods back here. And but ever since then, I always have my bow with me. If I'm working over by the field or wherever and it's hunting season, I have my bow with me, because you never know. You never know when that nice buck is going to come walking out of the woods, especially this time of year. So if you haven't figured out what we're doing yet, I'm going over to finish up that platform that we put up 2 weeks ago. I got some 2x4s here, and I got some other stuff. We're going to try and stiffen that up a little bit. I want to make sure it's perfectly level first. That's why I need to level, and we're going to get that done today. It's going to be cold, but it's in the 30s. I mean, it's warming up with the sun right now. It's warming up pretty good. It was pretty cold out there this morning, sitting in my cozy cabin. But I don't know. We're gonna get this done. We've got a couple other things to do. I brought up another section for the deck over there, the last piece that I needed. So stick around. We're gonna go get moving here. So this side here has to go up a good inch yet. And front to back, it's not too bad. So an inch, roughly. I got the boards I cut are like 1-inch lumber, so that'll be 3/4 of an inch, roughly, I guess. So we'll just put these under the 4 legs and see what that gives us. So what I'm doing here is I got these. I pre-drilled these when I made this in the basement over the winter. I got the holes already drilled in the metal. So I'm just gonna eyeball this board here and get it halfway straight, and then we'll just cut the ends off. We'll cut the ends off later because that's the easiest way to do it out here in the woods. It's not. I don't have the tools out here to hold it and measure it. One thing I want to do though, before I screw that in, make sure them legs look straight. Oh, just that one stiffen it up pretty good. Alright. We're gonna get the one on the other side there, Don, and then we'll measure the one going this way. Okay, so that stiffened this up quite a bit, just adding those 4 boards. So I'm going to run back. I'm going to cut these. I'm going to cut some gussets just like I did up on top here, some corner gussets, and then these other pieces are going to go this way, and that should help with the rocking part of it. So we're going to run back and get these cut. I'll give you a closer look here. Those were all, so they're like a compound angle in there. So you see that corner, it's like a compound angle. And I just freehanded it with the Sawzall. Good enough for out here in the woods. A couple of them, the one over here in this corner over here is a little crooked, but that one turned out pretty good. That one turned out pretty good over there. So yeah, I just screwed that together, leg bolted through these pipes, and she's pretty tight right now. So I think I'm gonna go cut a couple more shims also to straighten this out a little bit more. All right, be right back. Okay, so I went back and cut a bunch of these pieces in a 45. That'll help stiffen it up a little bit. Oh yeah. Looks good. So we'll do all 4 corners like that. So the last thing I'm doing is I'm putting these gussets in here in crossways, and that sucker's really solid now. So all I have to do then is, once I get these finished, my battery went dead, so I gotta go back and charge my battery for that Sawzall. Once I get these in place, all I gotta do is I got a couple of earth anchors. Let me show you what those look like. So this here is an earth anchor. Okay, so you can buy these at your hardware store. And all you do is you screw them into the ground, and it should screw in pretty easy here because everything's sand. But I might hit some roots or whatever. And then you know, from here up to the top, you hook a bungee or some kind of a strap and pull it down, and that'll keep it from blowing over in the wind and whatever. I think as far as stiffness, it's pretty good. Pretty good right now, just the way it is. Okay, so we're gonna go charge that battery and we're gonna get back to this. All right, I'm back with the saw. Got her all charged up, got these cut off. We're just gonna screw these in. This is like rock solid now. It ain't going anywhere. So I'm still gonna put these earth anchors in here. I'm gonna put one right here. I'm gonna put one on the other side over there. And that is basically nothing more than for the in case a strong wind comes up or something, it can't just flip over or something, you know. It can't just, and hopefully this will hold it down. You need to have some kind of bar or something to turn these things. You got to kind of push too as you're turning them so that they bite and dig in. You just you run those in all the way into the ground, and you'll feel them. You'll feel them hitting the roots, and then they'll kind of turn on you, and you just keep driving it, and it'll go past the root, and it'll go around some rocks and stuff, and they work pretty good. I mean, they're not 100%, but they work pretty good. I just got to get that this strap around the top here. All right, here you have it, all held down. And those earth anchors, they come in different lengths. You can get them this long, you know, if you got, and really up here, that's probably what you should have, is something longer, because I could tell that one back there pulled up a little bit. The one in front here didn't, but so I guess last thing to do is go up there and test it out, huh? I'm gonna take the chainsaw with me, just knock some of the branches off up there. Oh yeah, that's good. It hardly moves. Good. It's very stable. Not going anywhere. I tell you, the one problem with getting bad knees is trying to go up and down on stuff without something to hold on to up there. It's kind of shaky. That's not good. Okay, it is almost perfectly level now, and it is ready to go. And we will put the tent on, not now. We'll wait till next fall and put the tent on. And the beautiful view from up there, I can see all the way to the end of the other food plot up there. So that'll be nice. I'll be able to see if the deer are up there or they come out down this way. It'll help. It'll give us another option. So all right, time to clean up and go back. I got a lot of stuff to do at the trailer too. So I'm kind of surprised. Last year about this time, middle of the afternoon, it sounded like a war zone up here. This is the Friday before opening day of gun season is tomorrow. And I don't know if all the neighbors came up with their guns last year and just decided to sight them all in on Friday. But it was like rapid fire out here last year. So it's actually been pretty quiet. I'm kind of surprised. You can hear a shot every now and then, but it's actually pretty quiet. So tomorrow I'll be staying over there. We got a couple projects to clean up over there, and so I'll be staying over there because I don't gun hunt anymore. I only bow hunt. So I went out this morning and didn't really see nothing. It was very cold this morning. I thought it would be a good morning, and I don't know where the deer go. They seem to disappear towards middle August, or not August. They seem to disappear middle of October ish. Even the does, they disappear, you know. And not really sure where they go. I'm assuming they go down to the river down that way. It's a lot thicker down there and stuff, but I don't know that for certain, you know. But we'll figure it out one of these years. Okay. I will see you tomorrow. Okay, well, it's happy Saturday, opening day of Wisconsin gun season. And I have literally not heard a shot this morning at all. There was more shooting going on yesterday when I was working over there in the woods than this morning. I have not heard one shot since I've been outside here. So, needless to say, that's normally what happens up here in Marinette County. Anyhow, last video, I explained to you how I brought these pieces up in 10-foot sections and set them in place here on this subframe. So I thought I'd just share that with you a little bit here, how I bolt these together. So this is my last section here. It was a four foot section by 6, okay? So I make this up at home. I put it on a trailer and I bring it up here. And I just slide it on there off the trailer. I can do it all myself. I don't need help. And then my main goal is to get this front seam here as good as I can. And it's very hard to do because I don't know if you've gone and purchased wood lately, but this wood is crap, okay? There's no better word I can use for it. It is cut so bad. One piece measures 7.5, the next piece measures 7 1/4. There's big grooves in it on the back side, on one side here, where it looks like their cutter is so dull and they keep going and it's walking, and that's how they're cutting these boards. So it doesn't clean up when they run it through the planers. It's just garbage stuff. I mean, it really is. Yes, the price is back down where a guy can afford to start doing stuff again, but the wood is for shit. I mean, I can't say it any better. But anyhow, enough about that. Well, just another rant of mine. So what I do is I use these leg bolts. Okay, these are galvanized leg bolts. Okay, I believe this is a 6-inch one, so it's actually way too long for what I'm doing. But when I was doing these posts here and stuff, I needed 6 and 8 to get through them posts. But so these are just left over, so I'm going to use them anyhow. So I go in here and I'm going to put 3 of them in. One here, one near the middle, and one towards the back over there. Okay, and that's what we're going to do here. We're going to just drill a hole for these here. Now seeing I have this long drill made up. I just welded a drill to a piece of 3/8 rod. I have this made so that I can get through these posts all the way through in one shot. So I can't really get in between here, so it's going to go at an angle, okay, which doesn't really hurt it any. Just pound it through. And I'm putting 2 flat washers. These washers are really thin, these galvanized washers, so I'm using 2 of them. And then just a lock washer and a nut. Okay, that's it. So now the reason I'm doing it this way is when we got this trailer, we went over there and there was a deck not attached to it, but sitting in front of it, and we were trying to get this deck apart. My son-in-law, my daughter, my wife, and I, and there were so many screws put into that deck in odd places that, you know, we sat there, took a whole day trying to get this deck apart, you know, that we could move it away from the trailer. So when I started building this one, I said to myself, well, I'm not going to build it, I'm going to build it so somebody could take this apart in sections just like I put it together. So that's why I'm using the leg bolts. They can come in here and they can just take a Sawzall between these boards or something and cut those bolts, and this whole thing will just pop right off of here. And that's why I'm doing it that way. So I'm going to get these other 2 bolts in, and then I'll show you how I actually hold it to the frame. So the last thing I do here is, once I got this bolted together, I put these hurricane straps on. I don't know if that's what they're actually called, but that's what I call them, is hurricane straps. Some of the codes here in Wisconsin, you have to have these on your roof attached to your wall to be up to code, but that's what I'm using to hold this decking on. So all I do is I put my ratchet strap in here and I ratchet it as tight as I can, because like I said, some of these boards are 7.5, some of them are 7 1/4. So like this board right here is touching, it's tight, but then out here I got a 1/8 of an inch gap, you know. So I'm gonna pull that down, you know, a little bit just to get some tension on it, and I'm gonna screw in that hurricane strap. And because if you try and pull it down too much, you're gonna end up, you know, with a wavy floor. But you got to work with it, you know. That's what they're selling nowadays. You got to work with it. I also have some shims. I don't have one out here right now, but the plastic shims, you can stick a plastic shim under there, and that'll keep it from pulling down too much on you. But that's it. That's how I'm holding it on. So you know, 20 years from now when I'm dead, you know, if somebody wants to come and take this apart, all they have to do is take them hurricane straps and three carriage head bolts out, and this whole section will just come right off of here. So we'll get this finished up here today, and I got one more project I'm doing. Hopefully that turns out as good as this one is. All right, so this is my last project for the weekend. I picked this up. I picked up this frame. All right, let's try this again. So I don't usually do reviews on cameras and stuff because I don't know a lot about them. But I recently got this GoPro, and you probably noticed my videos look a little different. I mean, it takes great pictures and great videos and stuff. It looks really nice on the screen when you play it back. But man, the batteries just don't last. I mean, I just did that little section of deck over there, okay? And I left the camera sitting there, and I shut it off, I powered it off, and now I came over here, you know, to do this project, and I turn it back on, and the battery's dead, you know? So now I gotta go run back in the house and get another battery, and, you know, I got 4 batteries in there, you know, charging up, just so that I can keep going on stuff here. I don't understand why they put out a camera like this that somebody's paying almost $400 for, and they got a battery in there that don't last 30 minutes. I mean, it isn't recording, so why is it using up the battery, you know? So another rant for a day. That's my last one for today. Anyhow, this is our last project for the weekend. So I picked up this frame for 20 bucks. Somebody had it on Marketplace or one of them places. And their tarp was ruined, so they wanted to get rid of it. So I went and picked it up, and it's been sitting up here all summer already, and I'm finally getting around to it. So So 20 bucks for that, and then I went and bought the cover right from Shelter Logic, which I probably wouldn't have needed to do. I could have just got a regular tarp, but I thought, well, I'll try it once and see how long it lasts. Okay, so that was over 100 bucks for that tarp. Okay, so I don't know how long it'll last or not, but this is my project. I wanted something back here for putting our lawnmowers and stuff underneath, and they're not sitting out in the rain and whatever. That's basically what it's for. Okay, so we'll see how it holds up over the winter here, and I don't know. You know, I'll tell you in spring, I guess, what it's like. But anyhow, I'm going to use these earth anchors again. I showed you this yesterday when I was doing the tree stand over there. But instead of me cranking them in with my hands, I went and found an old socket and I carved it out. Okay, and that'll fit right on the end here like this, and I should be able to drive that right in with my impact wrench. So hopefully that'll work. We're going to give it a whirl here. Well, that worked pretty good. A little wobbly at the start, but once you got it in there a little bit, it went really good. Okay, so we're going to put a ratchet now on each corner to hold this sucker down, and I put, I don't know if you can see that. Show you a little close up here. I screwed a piece of treated lumber on the bottom there to make it a bigger footprint, so it doesn't pull it down into the ground. This gets kind of wet back here, so you know, we'll pull that down tight, and that hopefully that'll make this thing stay where it needs to stay for the winter. I lied. One more rant. I picked these up from Home Depot, and look at the way they got these in here. You need a tool set just to get these out of the box. They got a regular frickin' bolt in there, you know, to hold these things on to this piece of cardboard. Okay, I guess that's what I paid for, an extra couple of bolts in there. We got this on here, and just gonna tighten it up. I wrapped it around the post a few times. I don't know if that'll help hold it in place or not, but I'm gonna try it. Okay, that's good. So I don't want you to think I'm picking on Home Depot or nothing. These are actually pretty nice straps compared to the ones that I used across the street from Menards. The ones from Menards were $9.99, I believe, for a set of 4, and they're really, you can tell they're cheap. You know, they're really, especially the ratcheting part of it. The ratcheting mechanism is really cheap, and these from Home Depot were only $8.99 for a 4-pack, and they're rated for the same. They're rated for the same weight, like 500 pounds or something like that. But this has a much nicer ratchet on it. They seem to work really good. I got a couple in the truck for tying stuff down, and you know, so I'm not really picking on Home Depot. I'm just saying, you know, so, sometimes you wonder. We're just going to tie up our extra here a little bit. There. It's good. 3 more to go. I guess that's a wrap. Put a bunch of bungee cords on here and stuff to hold that, keep tension on that cover up there, and then hopefully the snow will just slide right off of it. So like always, you know, if you like these videos, you know, make sure you subscribe, and we'll see you next time.